Good evening. Welcome to the offering. I'm Jerry Corbett of J. Corbett Ministries, and we welcome you here for another edition of the offering. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, it is always our delight, always a pleasure to meet you right here each week. So I'm thanking God for you, and I want you to know that I pray for you weekly. And thank you so much for joining us. It is always a pleasure to have you join us. Now, listen, I always ask for our favors. I need for you to go on Instagram. I need for you to follow us there. Go over to Facebook, like us. And when you come to YouTube, please, my dear friends, subscribe, click the notification bell, and then like us at the bottom of the screen. Thank you so much for doing that. You know what the offering is all about. You know the four things. You probably can say them in your head now. We've said it so many times. This program, this weekly offering, we gather at this table for an offering. Not for you to give one, but we give you something. We offer you an offering in four areas of life. One, in your finances. Two, in your physical health. Three, in your mental health. And four, in your spiritual health. That's what this program is about. That's what J. Corbett Ministries is about. And thank you so much for joining us. All right. We're going to bow for a moment and stop and reflect and pray before we do anything else. Thank you for joining us. Dear God, we give you praise. We give you glory. We honor you for this day. We honor you for the blessings of the day. We honor you for the safety of the day, your safekeeping, your caring heart has us here tonight. And we want to say thank you. As we delve into this subject matter, we ask for wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and clarity. I pray that I can speak in such a way that your people will understand, grow, and gain knowledge. Wisdom turns into skill. Understanding turns into discretion in how they act and fashion their lives. And I pray, dear God, that you do this and you intervene divinely and lead us in that path to truth and to lead us to our everlasting destinies. And for this, we say thank you. We ask it tonight in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. All right. Hey, last week we jumped into the idea that is it Stressmas or is it Christmas? Today we want to look at Christmas or Stressmas 2.0. Christmas or Stressmas 2.0. What I wanted to do is go over some more ideas to help you deal with the stress of the holiday. Hey, we're quickly approaching. We're a little over 2 weeks away, and I want you to be leaning into the holiday, but I want you to lean in a good way. And I want you to stay healthy spiritually, physically, mentally. And I definitely want you to stay healthy financially, of course. So that's what we do here at J. Corbett Ministries. We keep you focused and we keep you fit. We keep you in the fight. So that's what we do. Last week, we talked about 5 things, and we'll talk about 5 more this week, but let's backtrack. 5 things to turn your Stressmas into Christmas and not let your Christmas be Stressmas. 1, acknowledge your feelings, remember. 2, reach out. 3, be realistic. 4, set aside differences. Don't let anybody else ruin your holiday. And then 5, set a budget and stick to that budget. So with that in mind, we'll jump right in to these 5 this week. Number 6, plan ahead. If you are going to not let Christmas be a time of dread, you need to take preventive steps to cause happiness and joy rather than stress and depression. You know, we need to learn to recognize what our holiday triggers are. And those triggers could be stuff like financial pressure or personal demands. We need to combat that before you melt down. We don't want you to have a meltdown during the holidays. We want the holidays to be pleasant, and we want you to do it with joy. So with a little bit of planning, look at this, and some positive thinking, you can find peace during the holidays. See, when stress is at its peak, like it is during the holidays, you can stop and regroup because you have a plan. And you can prevent stress and that depression of the holiday and you won't have to let it take a toll on you emotionally. So plan ahead. Set aside specific shopping days. Set aside days that you're going to bake. Set aside days that you're going to connect with friends, family, and have other activities. Plan ahead. Consider whether you'll shop online for the items you need. Plan ahead. Plan your menus, plan your shopping list, and go back to number 5 and plan out your budget. Plan ahead. Don't spend a dime more than you planned, all right? This will help prevent last-minute scrambling. This will help you not forget those crucial things you need, even the ingredients in your food. You won't forget, because you plan ahead, you make lists. And then make sure to line up everything in order, even plan your meals, and even plan the times that you're going to clean up, all right? This Christmas holiday will be less stressful if you plan ahead. That's 6. Not only do you need to plan ahead, but number 7, you need to learn to say no. Listen, no is a complete sentence. It doesn't need any other words. You don't have to no because. No, let me tell you why. No is no. Learn how to say no. Listen at this. Saying yes when you should say no would leave you feeling resentful in some cases and overwhelmed. Because if you don't say no, people are going to pile stuff on top of you, stuff on top of that stuff, and stuff on top of that. So learn how to say no. Listen, your friends, your family, your colleagues will all understand that you cannot participate in every activity. You cannot be the end-all and the everything. You can't do it. If it's not possible to say no when you have these work demands, even when your boss comes in and say, hey, I need this or that, learn how to create an agenda that's going to best help serve your time. See, what I mean by that is, say if your boss comes in and say, hey, you got to stay a little later. I know something else is going on. You needed to plan during that day your work so that you can be most efficient, so that you can get out of there at a decent hour, all right? Even that, learn how to say no. Learn how to say, well, this is what I had planned, this is what I did, and this is what I'm going to do. Learn to say no. No is a complete word. That's 7. So you got to plan ahead. You've got to learn to say no. 8, you do not need to abandon, during the holidays, your healthy habits. If you do, you're going to blow your whole plan. See, don't let the holidays be a free-for-all, overindulgence, and because that will add stress and guilt after the holiday is over. You'll be stressed out about, oh, I gained weight. Oh, I messed up. Oh, I overindulged. No, if you do the right things now, you won't have to worry about that being a problem. So let me give you some suggestions about what you should do. Before you go to parties, before you go to events where you know there's going to be a lot of food, have a healthy snack before you go. That will alleviate too much hunger when you get there, and it'll curb your appetite, and it will cause you not to eat as much. Okay, so have a healthy snack. Don't go overboard on sweets, on the cheeses. They have all kinds of wonderful cheese. I love it. Don't go overboard. And on the drinks, all right? All that sugar. Learn to, when you don't overindulge, not only do you have a healthy snack before you go, but you stick to your healthy meals. The way that you've been eating, continue to eat that way during the holiday. Then 3, get plenty of sleep. Don't stay up, stay out too late. Keep your same routine of sleep intact. So do not deviate from your normal everyday sleeping pattern, all right? Stick to it. Now, make sure that at some point you just step aside and just breathe. Just sit down somewhere, anywhere, away from people, and just take 5 or 10 deep breaths I think that will restore you and get you ignited. It'll help you to stay healthy in the long run anyway. Deep breathing is recommended by both medical doctors and mental health professionals. All right? Now, then make sure you understand that in this information culture, yes, there's a lot of stuff on the internet, there's a lot of stuff on social media, there's a lot of stuff just in the news. We live in information culture. All that information will get you down. Make sure that you don't overindulge in that either. It will tear your mind up. It will keep you from being healthy. It will just make you feel like the world is coming to an end. Make sure you do not overindulge in all of that. All right? So that's 8. Don't abandon your healthy habits. Then 9, take a breather. Take a breather. Make some time for yourself. Find an activity that you enjoy doing all by yourself. Give yourself that time to have a break. All right? Spending just 15 minutes alone without anybody, any distractions, I think it can help you refresh yourself enough to handle all the tasks that you have to do. All right? So find something that reduces your stress by clearing your mind, slowing your breathing down, and restoring your inner calm. All right? Good. Some options might be taking a walk. Even take a walk at night during the winter. The stars are beautiful. Listen to some soothing music. I like to listen to jazz. And then maybe if you would, read a book. I think that's a great way to relax your mind. All right? And then, my brothers and sisters, it's okay, if you need it, to seek professional help if you need it. Despite your best efforts, sometimes you may find yourself persistently feeling sad or anxious. You got to be honest with yourself. And you've got to be able to deal with these feelings and emotions. You can be plagued by even physical complaints because, listen, mental fatigue brings on physical fatigue. Physical fatigue brings on aches and pains. All right? Maybe you're unable to sleep. Maybe you're irritable and you have some sense of hopelessness. Or maybe you are just unable to complete just routine stuff, routine chores around the house. When you fall into that, you may need to go talk to somebody. And you might have been feeling that for a while, but it's okay. Listen, give yourself this room. It's okay if I talk to somebody. It does not mean that I have some mental issue going on. It doesn't mean that. What it means is you're wise enough to know your own body and to know your own psyche so that you can address it before it gets too late and it overwhelms you. All right? And something goes on that you can't prevent. You can prevent it now. So make sure you do. It's okay to talk to your own doctor. I know when I go to the doctor asks me a series of questions. Do you feel like harming yourself? Have you had any bad thoughts? You feel like you might, do whatever. And at first I wondered, why in the world is he asking me that? But it's a good thing when I realize, it's an assessment to help me see where I am. And it's okay. It's okay to talk to your doctor. Hey, I've been feeling a certain way. It's okay to seek out a mental health professional and say, hey, I've been feeling that way. It's okay. It's fine. And that can alleviate some of the stress out of Christmas. You have a couple of weeks now. So make sure you do the best you can to stay as healthy as you can. All right? And make sure you're on top of your game. Stay on top of your game now. Don't let anything take your mind, run away with your mindset, kill off your mentality. Stay strong. All right? That's how you don't let Christmas become Stressmas. Here are the 10. Acknowledge your feelings, reach out, be realistic, set aside any differences. Don't let anybody ruin your holiday. Stick to a budget, plan ahead, learn to say no, don't abandon healthy habits, take a breather, and seek professional help if you need it. All right? Hey, I hope that's been helpful. We'll be back here next Wednesday with some more tips and ideas on how to get through this Christmas holiday season. Hey, join us again Sunday morning for our time of inspiration. We're doing a series on Advent, and we want you to join us then. Until then, please stay safe. Please stay together. Stay united and stay in love. Get vaccinated, get boosted, and be healthy. I love you. God loves you. Peace.